look upon New Zealand's most famous sports stadium. We can tell you the ground staff are busy making preparations for a start on time today at 10:30. Where the prospects are good for the day, there should be no interruption because of the elements. Well, England today have to battle on from their overnight position of 146 for 7. They were sent into bat yesterday on a very green wicket and they had to contend with a very keen New Zealand pace bowling attack. But to be 146 for 7, Chris Lewis, the top scorer with 33, Jack Russell and Derek Pringle to continue the battle for England. For New Zealand, Chris Cairns, 3 for 34, the most successful bowler, but what a marvellous spell it was from Willie Watson, 2 for 28. Well, yesterday there was a very green wicket with plenty of moisture and plenty of assistance for those New Zealand pace bowlers. How much assistance will there be on this, the second day? Let's go out to the middle now and check the condition of the pitch with John Morris.
Lovely shot from Russell this time. A nice on drive. And a good sprawling save down there by Captain Martin Crowe. So real dropped it.
Well bowled by Cairns. He's got it. He's got the wicket he was looking for. Perori has another catch, 5 for Adam Perori, and Chris Cairns has his 4th wicket. Russell out, caught Perori, bowled Cairns for 33. The breakthrough's been made, and
well, this is another interesting looking hook shot. It's in the air and he's gone. What a great catch. Martin Crowe running back from mid-on. The ball over his head and he dived and took a superb catch.
That was a real gem of a catch. Those ones are brutes when they're going away from you and you've got to turn around and take it over your shoulder. He kept his cool. He never lost faith with himself, kept his eye on the ball, and marvellous. And the great bit of luck he had that having got it into his hands, it didn't then fall down, get him on the elbows and come out.
No, superb work here by Martin Crowe. Running back, the ball coming down over his shoulder, reaching, and he grabs hold of it. Well, there he is. He's gone for it, and he's got hold of it over the infield. And what was it? There's some discussion down there. Did it reach the boundary for 6 on the full?
I thought it, from the noise, it crashed full toss into the advertising sign.
I think everyone's a bit bemused at the moment.
But it was an amazing stroke. Yes,
oh,
it's 6.
Well, it did hit the sign on the full. So 6 runs to Derek Pringle. Here it is again. Here's he swung it very high. It went high. We lost it for a moment, but it certainly cleared the field, and it was 6 runs. Nicely pulled away by Pringle. That's a lovely shot. That's out to the fence for 4 runs. In the edge and wide of any slip fieldsman. Cairns across, can't stop it. So up comes the English 200 with that edge from Derek Pringle. He goes to 39, England 200 for 9.
Is it Tufnell's the tail ender? Pringle is able to play shots. He's fairly experienced, and Pringle's staying there with him. Tufnell's staying there with him.
well bowled. That's close. That's got a 6 for Cairns. Pringle's out and the innings is over, with Chris Cairns having the best figures of his Test career. He's only had 4 matches, but now, after the last time he bowled in Auckland, he had 5 in an innings for the first time. Now he's got 6 in an innings for the first time, and Chris Cairns ends the England innings at 203.
So England did well to go from 146 for 7 overnight to be all out for 203. Derek Pringle, last man out, for the team's top score of 41.
No ball called. Lewis went a wee bit wide that time to try and change his angle, and it might have just tossed him a little off stride. So those are the first runs for New Zealand in their reply to England's 203. New Zealand are 1. Oh, it's a close one, and Hartland's gone. The first wicket's been taken with the ball cannoning into the pads of Blair Hartland, and I think Lewis knew all the time that Brian Aldridge's finger was going to go up. Hartland is the first New Zealand wicket to be taken by England. LBW to Lewis, and New Zealand are 2 for 1 with right on 1.
Well, this is plumb. Ball that just nips back a touch, keeps low, smacks into the back pad there, halfway up, and squares him up. They're all up, slips everybody, and so is the umpire. That's out.
So New Zealand, in reply to England's 203, have lost their first wicket with 2 on the board. Jones on his way with a boundary. Well, it might not be. Just.
Oh, my goodness me, that was an absolute brute. It lifted viciously on John Wright, and if that hasn't broken his finger, well, I think he's made of ferroconcrete.
Yes, very nasty, and by John Wright's immediate reaction, that really hurt. And that bottom finger, of course, it gets jammed, but with the ball hitting it on the handle, and although you've got a glove there, it often sneaks up under it, doesn't it? Especially with that forefinger.
It did look a very nasty one. Yes, Jack Russell is signalling for someone to come on. Oh, goodness,
Yes.
it hurt me almost. Beastly.
The signal, nasty blow on the finger, and I think it's sensible because he's obviously struggling, and he'll have to have that probably x-rayed and see what damage has been done. So bad luck for John Wright, bad luck for New Zealand, but the captain, Martin Crowe, now coming to the wicket.
Good forceful shot here from Crowe, beautifully timed. This will be his first boundary of the day. Class shot from Martin Crowe.
Oh, he's gone for a big shot, and he's got it through the covers. It won't go all the way as Lewis from the gully is after it. And Martin Crowe coming back for a third, and he makes it quite comfortably. And standing up off the back foot and cracking it down towards the #1 stand, and it's gone all the way. So good shot by Andrew Jones. And cracks that one. And he's gone. Oh, it's in the air, and he's gone. Straight to Robin Smith at point. And Andrew Jones going for a big cut shot, didn't keep it down and hit it out to Smith, and Smith took a very good catch.
Well, that was travelling. He hit it hard. He didn't get right on top of it and paid the penalty, just as John Wright might have done when substitute Neil Fairbrother dropped him on the last day in Christchurch. What a fine catch by Smith.
So New Zealand 35 for 2.
That's what Marcus
But that's a
said.
good shot. And that's going away down through mid-on. And that's 4 more. And clipped away by Ken Rutherford, and that should go for 4. Philip Tufnell, strange sort of slide out there, but to no avail.
That's short, that's 4. Reeve far too short, and Crowe cracks it away for 4 more. That's a beautiful shot. Rutherford puts it away down for 4 runs. Well, he took that off the stumps, but it's an effective shot. And 4 more to Rutherford. Well, he tried it again, and he's out. Got a little touch on it. And Rutherford's innings is over for 26, and New Zealand lose their 3rd wicket at 91.
Well,
So Wright will start again on 5, but here's the dismissal again.
yeah, you see from the other end, it sort of hits the glove. Nice, neat catch, no doubts about that. Goes for the pull shot. Tucked up a little bit for room. See, one hand comes off the bat. He was just tucked up a bit.
Played powerfully down the onside by Crowe. They'll get 2, they'll turn for 3.
Look at that for a shot. What a magnificent shot from Crowe. That's the 100. And no more spectacular way to bring up 100 than a shot full of red-blooded aggression like that. Oh, it's carrying again. It might have gone all the way. Yes, Crow looks to see that it was caught, and it was. He's walking. So a big breakthrough by Chris Lewis. Hick diving across at slip. Martin Crow knew the edge had been made. He looked to see whether it was caught. When he had that confirmed, he didn't wait for the umpire. He just took off.
Looking at this, it was rather a lazy shot, wasn't it? Good line, full of a length. Just moved a little. Good catch.
Good catch for a big man. He got right down. He just had a look at Stewart, said, was that caught? And then he was on his way. Crow knew, and bad luck for New Zealand, but a big blow for England. Crow out for 45, 102 for 4. And Watson. An aggressive shot from John Wright, a lovely shot from Wright, and his first boundary.
And Deepak Patel turning that one very nicely square on the onside, and that's running away for 4. Timed it very well.
Patel goes for a big shot and gets it too. He hits it pretty cleanly down to long on. Well bowled, Tufnell, says Jack Russell. 4, says the umpire. And Patel taking the attack to Philip Tufnell, as he always will, I think.
Yes, that one was up there. It wasn't the arm ball. Perhaps just drifting in, if anything, to middle and leg, and Patel could see that the mid-on was up, and it was only a matter of clearing him, and it was runs.
Oh, he's bowled him. Wright's gone. Pringle's got through, and the 5th wicket's fallen. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, with John Wright beaten after a long innings that saw him so watchful in defence. But then he had one that just got through the gap. Pringle has the wicket. England are delighted, and a very valuable wicket for England.
Here we go again. Just a little bit of movement into the batsman. Sneak between bat and pad. Kicked rather low, I thought. I don't think the ball bounced that much.
He might have grabbed it a wee bit, I think, with the bottom edge. But Wright's out for 15. 1, 2, 3 for 5. As for a big shot, he's going to be caught. He is. Off Smith, out into the extra cover area. There's appeal to the umpire. The umpire said yes. Cairn stays there. He can't believe it. But the way it looked as if it might have hit Smith on the way through and then lobbed off his body somewhere, off his boot perhaps, as Smith is indicating, and it went through to Hick at extra cover and was caught by that player there. Now, let's see if we can have a good quick look at that, because that would be dreadfully bad luck. It is dreadfully bad luck for New Zealand. Have a look. And you can't tell quite from there, but Smith certainly gets out of the road quickly, and the ball just lobbed out to Hick. Hit him on the boot, you could see it, and then it flicked up. Now, the umpire had to decide whether the ball went from boot onto the ground, from the ground onto boot, or whether it went in the air from the bat to the boot and stayed in the air and was caught. The umpire saw it that way. Cairns is out for 1. New Zealand in more trouble. 124 for 6.
This one through. It's a short boundary out there, and it's going to go almost all the way. And the batsmen take 2 runs. Patel sweeping very fine. Should get to the fence and does. Patel, oh, that's a lovely shot. Another boundary coming up. Patel in full flight again. Again, he's swung it around, he's left it around. This will be another 4. 3 boundaries in the over for Deepak Patel or Philip Tufnell. Or didn't play a shot, he's gone. Another LBW RBW, Adam Brewery not playing a shot. He's out for a duck. 139 for 7.
Well, if you don't play a shot, you're always liable to get given out. The ball coming back, not much doubt about that. Absolutely plumb, no shot played.
Another RBW appeal, and this time Patel is given. He doesn't like it much, but he's on his way.
Well, I don't think the umpire had any choice, really. Deepak Patel played back. He gets close to the stumps, does Chris Lewis. He bowls very straight. The line, the length was good. The ball just nipping back. And I think if you see the replay here, this looks fairly adjacent to me. That looks plumb. Absolutely plumb.
Another RBW appeal, and what? Yes. Nearly didn't, but gave it in the end. Morrison goes RBW.
Well, he just had a thought about it, the umpire, but I must say it was worth a shout. It looked fairly straight. We'll see in our replay a minute. He gets so close to the stumps as Chris Lewis. We watch this, pitching on. Oh, I think that's out. Sad to say, I think that's out.
Oops. And so Chris Lewis is sitting on a hat-trick. Danny Morrison departs. New Zealand 139 for 9.
Well, I think he'd be giving himself a chance, Chris Lewis. He bowls very straight.
So Lewis on the hat-trick. Watson facing. And it's been averted.
2 for 2, but they collapsed. 141 for 9 at stumps. Martin Crowe, the captain, top scoring with 45, and Ken Rutherford making 26. And looking at the England bowling figures, it was Chris Lewis who was the chief destroyer, 4 for 31, 2 wickets for Phil de Freitas, and 2 all. How the New Zealand innings was finished off.
Oh, it's all over. And that's hit the middle stump. Willie Watson just leaving his stumps exposed, and it snuck through and hit the middle stump. So that's the end of the New Zealand innings as Willie Watson is clean bowled by Chris Lewis.
New Zealand all out, 142 for England, a first innings lead of 61, and Chris Lewis 5 for 31, only the second time he'd taken 5 wickets for England. So this is how England's second innings began. Morrison to Gooch.
Well, that's a nice shot by Gooch, who gets him 4 runs. Not too wide of Cairns in the gully. And down to the fence for 4 runs. He certainly went after it.
And he's cracked that one off the back foot through the covers. Long chase for Martin Crowe, but to no avail. Oh, hooked away. Very solid shot. And there's no question about that. That races across the boundary for 4.
That was a beautiful stroke. It really was the best stroke of the morning. He played it with such time to spare, and it was outside the body. He moved across and kept it down. Beautiful stroke.
Oh, it's out. He's gone down the leg side. Just reaching out to flick it down the leg side. He got a fine touch. It went through to Perori. So the first English wicket has gone. Alex Stewart caught behind. Murphy Sewer, the successful bowler.
Well, a most important breakthrough that for New Zealand. So often one sees a batsman get to the fine edge, and I don't think there's any doubt about that. The bat was a long way from the pads, and after that good stroke through mid-wicket, the pull, it's how's your father next ball, and he's out. It's 29 for 1.
And a full-length delivery and driven down the park. And Danny Morrison chasing, but he's got no chance. Oh, that was a good ball. That came back and he's out. It's gone. Well, that swung back in it, Graham Heck. He went to drive it, but it beat the bat and hit the pad, and the umpire says you're out. So Murphy Sewer has struck again.
Oh, it's in the air through the slips from the first ball of Watson's next over. Gooch going for the big drive. There's no third slip in there now, and away it went for 4. Beautiful shot. So Sewer tries again at 47 for 2. Slower ball. Nicely played by Smith. Morrison has a big chase. Don't think he can pull it back. That's another boundary for Robin Smith. And England's 50 on the board, 51 for 2.
He's worked out how he's going to have to play on this wicket, and I think if our batters are watching, they've got to be thinking of the same thing. You've got to be positive on this wicket. It's the only way you're going to score runs.
And that's not going to save any runs because that goes straight past Sewer, beautifully timed, and it races across this outfield. The 6th boundary for Graham Gooch in 34. Down leg side again, and there it goes, straight behind square. No trouble for Smith. Very strong off his heels.
Oh, he's got him! He's got him! Chopped it on. Robin Smith going to cut, and he's chopped it onto his stumps. So another English wicket is down. Robin Smith, who looks so dangerous, on his way to the pavilion. Bowled by Morrison for 35. Oh, he's gone for the big cut. And was that a drop catch? He's got runs anyway. He's coming back for 2, but I think Deepak Patel dropped that one.
He certainly hit it very hard. I think to his left it looked as though it may well have carried. Yes, I think Patel realizes he's put down a clanger.
And that's a good shot. Off his toes, Alan Lamb, beautifully timed, 4 runs.
Oh, glorious shot. And it's Danny Morrison bowling to Graham Gooch. Gooch drives, glorious shot through the covers. Oh, straight down the ground, thumping shot. Lamb just stood up and whacked it.
Murphy Sewer. And he thumps that one. And that is straight down the ground.
Got to be over the top.
Oh,
yes,
6 runs. Wow, he just stood there and punched it over, long off for 6.
That was an amazing stroke, wasn't it? Marvellously exciting. And, I mean, it shows how strong he is. And, gosh, look at the way he hit this. Woof.
Yes, that was amazing, wasn't it?
That won't have done anything for Sewer's morale.
And this one, he cracks in the air, but through the gap for 4 more.
What a damaging innings this has been. Great fun to watch if you're an Englishman, but devastating as far as New Zealand's concerned.
He's just butchering the attack. And he's on to 46.
He's been batting for 47 minutes. Gooch has batted for 174 minutes and has only got 1 run more than Lamb.
Yes, it's amazing, isn't it? But they've both played their part. And hooking this one away, and this is 4 more behind square. Dropping it short, Murphy Sewer. A bit of inexperience there on Alan Lamb. Brings up his 50 with a fine shot, pulling it away behind square for 4. What a devastating innings. It's his 18th half-century, Alan Lamb, and a very good one at that. Oh, he thumps that one, Gooch, and he's got it through, and this should be his 50. Yes, that'll go away for 4. So, Graham Gooch, 50 runs. It's been a very useful hand by the England captain. He's been there since the outset, opened the innings. He's had his problems, but he's guided the ship through.
The way it's got whacked around this afternoon by Alan Lamb and Robin Smith, I think the New Zealand bowlers would like to throw it into the harbour and try a new one, because the England batsmen have just taken the game away from New Zealand this afternoon in a very dominant session for England.
And there's another one, but just going. The ball goes short, and then the ball goes out of the ground. Gooch playing a magnificent pull shot. Is it 4? Is it 6? We'll wait for the umpire. It's 6. Down the pitch, over the top, and he's miscued it a bit. He could be out. He is. Watson's done his job.
Well, this is lovely flighted bowling by Deepak Patel. Nice catch in the outfield. Alan Lamb bitterly disappointed.
So Lamb out for an outstanding innings of 60, and England have lost their 4th wicket at 182.
Oh, beautifully played away by Gooch. 4 runs away through mid-wicket. So Gooch is 63 now, 188 for 4, England. Beautiful on drive, another 4. He rushes to 98 with that 6 off Danny Morrison. So Watson bowling to the England captain Graham Gooch on 99. And here is the 100. A beautiful shot down through mid-on for 4 runs, and Graham Gooch has his 16th Test century.
Well, that's a very fine performance by the England captain. He's really gutsed it out. He's had to work so desperately hard for that. It's a rich reward for some really hard work. Hard work in the nets, hard work today when he looked out of form at the beginning of his innings.
Well, he gets a full toss and doesn't make any mistakes with that. The batsman in form, when the loose one comes, away it goes. And Gooch slams a boundary to go to 107. It's 249 for 4.
And another quick single. Willie Watson does the fielding. Oh, he's hit and he's out. He's run out. Willie Watson hit the stumps and Graham Gooch wasn't home. So England have lost another wicket, and the captain and centurion Graham Gooch is out.
And Dermot Reeve is now standing on his own at the non-striker's end, having committed the greatest and most cardinal crime of all, which is to run out your captain. Even though he had 114, I don't know how chuffed Gooch will be equally. Gooch had every chance himself to send Reeve back. That was an option.
Yes.
But it was a very good quick piece of fielding by Watson, who probably wouldn't hit the stumps doing the same thing in another 100 shies. But he did that time, and Graham Gooch's 114 run out, and the score is 263 for 5.
Oh, he's gone! Dropped. Goodness me. He got an edge. Chris Lewis diving at him. Perori couldn't hang on to it.
Dermot Reeve trying to consolidate his position in the England lineup.
Appeal for LBW and gone. Reeve knew it. He was on his way virtually. Watson gets just reward. Reeve departs for 25. England at 269 for 6.
72 for 6, a lead of 333 with 4 second innings wickets left. And Graham Gooch.
Stewart has 2 wickets, 2 for 43. Watson and Patel, the most economical bowlers in the second innings. So England are 333 runs and credit, 272 for 6, with Chris Lewis and Jack Russell to continue their batting effort in the second innings.
Oh, that's in the air, but it's straight down the ground. And 4 runs, the first boundary of the day. Oh, ball hooked away by Jack Russell, and that's a good shot. He's got 4 runs. Clipped away, and that's beaten Jones at square leg, and it'll run away for 4. He timed that one very well indeed.
But what a wretched ball. It was a half volley on his legs, where Lewis is known to be particularly strong.
Oh, lovely shot. Down the ground for 4 runs. Oh, lovely shot. Top shot by Jack Russell. Thunders into the boundary fence.
Oh, now he's playing them off the back foot and he's caught. Brilliantly caught by Blair Hartland, diving.
Short of it, on the right line. Tried to work it down through the gap between the slips and the gully, and that was a good catch, Peter. He covered a bit of ground to get to that, caught it low down.
Well, there's a chance of a run out here. There's going to be. Lewis will run out. That was a stupid move from Pringle. Lewis coming back for the second. Pringle just looked at him, and for some reason that's inexplicable, Derek Pringle chose not to go. Lewis had almost completed the second run, and the throw from Patel had accuracy. He didn't have to hurry. He had all the time in the world, and Perore was able to take the bails off. But he's gone, run out for 23, and it's 321 for 8 now. 2 wickets taken by New Zealand this morning. And this time, Pringle's gone. A big breakthrough then. 2 wickets and 2 overs for the New Zealanders. And Pringle has gone.
Oh, he really hacks at that one. Managed to get it down to fine leg. Rather an interesting shot.
Yes, I think he was aiming somewhere over the newsstand in place of where the Cricket Society used to be. I mean, he's aiming wasn't he? A massive blow.
Oh, he's thumped that one.
And he's gone, hasn't he? Yes,
Yes.
caught by John Wright there at mid-off. That was hit very hard indeed. And John Wright, the old soldier, made no mistake whatever. Good catch.
Yes, it was. Very cleanly hit, but hit straight to this man, John Wright, who's captaining the side at the moment. So the English innings has ended with the dismissal of De Freitas. And
Innings being concluded in 1 hour and 10 minutes on this 4th morning, with Lewis, Russell, Pringle and De Freitas, the players to be dismissed. 321, the England second innings score. 383. They've got 10 hours and 40 minutes in which to do it. Conversely, England have 10 hours and 40 minutes in which to bowl New Zealand out for less than 382 and win the match and take an unbeatable lead in the series. So an awesome task for New Zealand. The odds very much in England's favour on a pitch which is still in favour of the bowlers. Let's go to the New Zealand second innings now. John Wright and Blair Hartland to open the innings. Blair Hartland to take strike to Philip De Freitas in the first over.
De Freitas, first ball of the innings. Oh, and it's a beauty to start with.
Well, you don't want that up your nose first ball if you're an opening batsman, that's for sure. This went like a leg break. The hardness of the ball, look at this. Oh, that's a leg break, that. I mean, that's miles too much. You never nick that as an opening batsman.
Well, I suppose Blair Hartland will be hoping he has the same sort of luck that Graham Gooch did in his innings yesterday. Little edge and Hartland's gone. Another duck for Blair Hartland. A lovely delivery from De Freitas, and New Zealand lose their first wicket with no runs on the board.
Well, very sad for the young man. I really do feel for him. I wouldn't wish that on anybody in Test match cricket. I've been there on naught from the first innings and a naught in the second innings. I've managed to get off, but my goodness. Same ball, left him, just didn't do quite as much, and he was good enough to nick it.
Oh, kept low, right as LBW. Kept very low on him, and John Wright's gone for a duck as well.
Well, John Wright feeling a bit aggrieved there. The ball keeping right low, hitting him on the ankle almost, just above it. I bet he's saying to himself, how the heavens do you play this? Look at this, very straight. He plays back short of a lane. Oh, that's going under the stumps. That's not hitting him, is it? Very easy decision for the umpire. Sad for the batsman, but great delight for Chris Lewis. Great reward for bowling straight on this pitch. I did say balls keep low. That's what you've got to get forward. That's what Graham Gooch did. Get forward to everything. And hope you miss the ball that bounces.
No bounce at all. Look at that. So right goes. And New Zealand have 2 wickets down, no runs on the board, and the captain now, Martin Crowe, who's under a bit of an injury cloud with his damaged knee going.
So Crowe off the mark from a no ball. And again, a very low one, an appeal for LBW, and he's out. Jones has gone too. Another ball kept low. Just the thought that the only hope that Jones could have that the ball might have hit him just outside off, but umpire Steve Dunn had a good look, and Jones, LBW to De Freitas for 5. We'll see it again.
Pitched in line, it didn't do very much at all. It just kept low, Peter, didn't it? There wasn't a lot of movement there. Pitched in line. Probably, if anything, just came in slightly, but there wasn't any great deviation off the pitch.
New Zealand in desperate trouble, 7 for 3.
And it's gone down.
England's captain has muffed it. End of the over, 48 for 3.
Well, that's slipped off the edge, and away it goes down towards third man. Graham Hick showing a good turn of pace, and 2 runs for Martin Crowe. Beautiful throw. 50 partnership between Martin Crowe and Ken Rutherford. So 50 runs between these 2 players. They came together when the total was 7, remember, for the loss of 3. And
Close, and Pringle has got the wicket of Ken Rutherford, who goes away very, very slowly and disappointedly.
Well, Pringle made that one pop just a little bit, didn't it? Got him a short near the glove, didn't it? Or was it the top of the bat?
Oh, have another look at it, Henry. He just seemed to prod out at it, didn't he? Held back on it. Oh, it's off the top of the bat.
Top of the bat. And a good reaction by Stewart, who went very quickly to his left. But it just held a bit, and Rutherford played it too far in front of him, didn't he?
Yes, he did. So New Zealand 77 for 4. Let's have a look at the Ken Rutherford wicket again, and that was unfortunate. He seemed to be settling in. He got through to 30-odd. Just pushed out. The bottom hand was too stiff there, and the bat really out in front of him. He was very cross with himself, Ken Rutherford. He was probably a bit nervous.
Tufnell. Well, a disappointing end to what looked to be a promising innings, but Patel hits it straight back to Tufnell. There's caught and bowled for 17. It's 109 for 5.
Here's the replay here. Ball just dropping a little on Patel. Perhaps if he'd have followed through with a shot, he might have been better off. But it looks like he checked his shot. An easy chance. Tufnell accepted it.
109 for 5. 50 for Martin Crowe. His 14th Test half-century and the first by a New Zealander in this game. And New Zealand won 14 for 5.
And it's Philip De Freitas back in action straight away. First ball after tee, pulled away by Crowe. Powerful shot, fine shot, 4 runs. So Martin Crowe's hit 9 boundaries. He's on 56. Out, caught by Lamb at slip. New Zealand are 6 wickets down. 118 is their score, and Phil De Freitas strikes in the first over after tea.
We look at this delivery again from De Freitas. It's the spot that's been troubling batsmen throughout the game. Martin Crowe just doing what he'd been doing all day. This time, the ball not missing the edge, but taking the edge, and Alan Lamb, who's been a fine slip fielder throughout the series, taking it very comfortably indeed. And so
An edge, but safely. Chase for Reeve. He's enthusiastic, Dermot Reid, but he's not very fast. And there's 151 for New Zealand. 150 up in the 51st over. Oh, there's a appeal for a catch at the wicket, and Cairns is gone. Just rubbing past the glove, perhaps. He seemed to indicate that it hit something down there. I suppose he might have been pointing to his forearm, but umpire Steve Dunn was under no doubt that it came from the glove or the bat. Just let's look at it closely.
Play again. A little bit of turn here, Peter. You watch this.
Looked like the bat to me, the bottom hand coming off quickly. And Chris Cairns just pointing to the upper arm strap of his glove, but he's out. And Cairns a good 24, but New Zealand in deep trouble, further trouble, at 153 for 7.
Oh, well driven. Murphy Sewer, lovely shot. Tufnell's struggling after it, but I don't think he'll get there.
Hidden down a wee bit with Lewis having a ball shoot through on Perore. And he's out LBW2, the third of the innings, the third one that's kept very low. Lewis has 2 of them now, and De Freitas had 1, and look at this.
This is the asset that Lewis has shown all this game. He's bowled straight. No bounce on the crease line. No doubt about that, Peter.
It really doesn't give the umpire a chance, does it? He's got to say out. So it's 173 now for 8, with Perora leaving for 15. And there's Sewer going for a big one again. It's into the stand. 6 runs. It's a good shot. Lovely shot. Gucci chase. Here comes second.
Survived to the 5th day of this Test match. Murphy Sewer 36 not out, his first runs in Test cricket. Danny Morrison with him at the end, and Willie Watson still to come on the final day. A look at the England bowling figures reveal that Phil De Freitas has done the damage at the top of the order, 3 for 57. Chris Lewis has got 2 wickets as well. Derek Pringle has won the important wicket of Ken Rutherford when he was looking so good, and there's been a couple also for the left-arm spinner, Phil Tufnell. So,
to leave England winners by 168 runs.